There's Debbie with the Pickin Coop Farmstead. I'm back out in the garden again this morning. I brought a couple more trays of plants that we are going to plant up today. Everything's looking great. I did go get a little wagon load of pine straw, so I have more pine straw, which we're going to be needing because it's going to be getting hot here shortly. So come along and let's do some gardening. So what I want to do in this bed right here, we're going to do some bee balm and some purple coneflower, otherwise known as echinacea. We're going to move you over just a hair so I don't get in your way. There we go. And then I think right over here where this straw, pine straw is, I'm going to put some okra. So here we go. Let's put some I don't know how far apart, where I'm going to guess 8 inches or so, 6 to 8 inches. We'll get this stuff going and I'll put opposite purple coneflower. This is where my lettuce was that I did not harden off or pot up, so obviously did not survive. So we're just going to, this is a coneflower, this is a bee balm. We'll just kind of alternate them and see how that works out. And then you're just going to squish up the bottom like normal. Whoopsie. These guys are pretty wet. So I'm going to put a coneflower tag in this one. And I think I only need to do it to one for each plant. Because then I can tell by looking at them what they are. Okay, then I can water those in. I think I might put another row of them right there. All right, so I'm going to finish this up. Then we'll do an overall looky-loo to see what's going on here. All right, I have this all cleared out. This is where I'm going to put 4 of my okras. They get pretty big, so you don't want to plant them too close together. And I think my peas are all bloomed out. I'll show you. I don't know if you can see. Oh, you can see the blooms on there. So I think they're going to probably be done by the time the okras start getting really large, because the okras like it really hot. So we're just going to stick those right in there. I have 2 types. This is a Star of David. And then I have the Clemson Spineless. So I'm going to kind of do one and then the other. Just kind of alternate them in here. So I definitely want to put a tag on these. And once they start getting the okra on them, you can definitely tell what they are, what type they are. You can really tell. The Star of David are absolutely beautiful. They're shorter and they are, what you call it? They are a star when you cut them into rings. So I'm going to do 2. There. I'm not really planning my garden according to a plan. I'm just planning them out as the temperature and the hardening off allows. So that's the method to my madness. This year, I am not going to put them all on a grid and then plant them out. I'm going to do the opposite. So they're going to be planted out, then they'll go on my little gardening grid that I normally do. And man, the pest pressure is bad this year. Everything's just getting munched. I'm gonna have to put some diatomaceous earth out. I mean, they're just, every time I put a zinnia in the ground, I come out the next day and it's an absolute skeleton. So between the ants, the roly-polies, and who knows what else. I've seen a few grasshoppers out here too. Oh, I just put these in the wrong spot, but you know what? It's my garden. No one's gonna give me demerits. Alright, so these guys will be next to each other. It might be better for pollination purposes. I don't know. I don't know that much about okra. Tell you the truth, I grew it last year. It grew great. I've harvested a bunch. And if you didn't see the videos, it was, you cut them, wash them, dry them, cut them into rings, then put them into some seasoned flour, then you put them in the fridge, and then just grab handfuls out, throw them in the hot grease, fry them up. So yeah. All right, I got both those trays planted. I'll show you where I planted everything. Next thing I want to do is I've got this old hay twine. So don't ever throw this stuff away. It is invaluable. So what I want to do is I'm going to tie a knot at the end. Nice knot. And this stuff seems to last a little longer than the old school actual twine, which I was trying to use before, and it just rotted. So I've got my knot, I've got my staple gun. I'm going to staple this to my bed. Let's see, I probably should have brought my hammer. Hammer that down. I do have a hammer. I should go get it, but right now I'm just going to show you what I do. So that is secure. I don't know if you can see down there. There we go. That is secure right there. And then I happen to have a fence right up here, and I'm going to go through the fence, make it tight. I'll probably do it twice. You can see that. There we go. There we are. So it goes from the board up through the fence twice. Then I'm going to come back down. Come on. Back down to the board. Okay, now I need a cameraman. Where's Gabby when I need her? All right, and then we are going to staple this to the board. Oh, that's nice. This is going to work nicely. Always want to bring extra staples with you. I think I started at the wrong end. But anyways, you get the idea. And then I have my handy dandy little Dollar Tree clips. And I'm going to take my little peas and clip them to my little trellis that I'm making. So I'll be back when I'm done. I'll show you what it looks like. Right, I've showed these before. I get these at the Dollar Tree, and they come with little guys at the end, both ends, and then these bigger ones. So when the peas are smaller, I will show you what I'm going to do here. If you can see, it's hard to see my little contraption I made, but I have to untangle my peas because I procrastinated. Imagine that. You have to kind of gently tease them apart because their little tendrils have grabbed onto anything, each other, weeds, what have you. So I'm going to just clamp this on to my vine. I've got to get out here and lay some cardboard. I didn't tear these out, did you? There we go. So we're just going to continue down the row. And I'm just going to keep clamping these guys on. Open up another one. And they will eventually grab hold of this rope twine. There we go. And start going up that. So these two are kind of together. So I'll put one on this one. And I'll put one on this one. And just keep going across like that. And I'll get a closer up view once I get done here. Okay, I'm going to get real close so you can see what's going on. I have clamped these guys to the twine. So now they're growing up instead of getting trampled over. So let me show you the clamps onto the ropes. And then you just keep clamping them as they go up, and pretty soon you won't even have to clamp them anymore. Hold on. Show you what I've planted. So we did the twine with the peas. They were already there. They're blooming. Look at the blooms. I forgot to show you that part. That means we'll have peas soon. We've got okras across here. We've planted this little bee balm. And then little purple cone flowers all throughout here. I managed to put the pre-existing pine straw there. My onions, I got lazy, planted them in clumps. I'm just, yeah, I'm over that. I get to this point and I get a little crazy with the onions. These are our basil, sweet basil from yesterday. It's doing okay. Everything I'm going to put pine straw around today. So this is my other pea trellis. It's doing fabulous. I just put a couple more bigger clips on these just to give it a little help, especially with the wind that we've been having. I planted my hibiscus. I have two. I hope the bugs don't eat them. I'm gonna have to sprinkle everything. Look at this. This is my bug deterrent marigold. Look at that. Okay, and then this is the celosia. That's looking nicely. It's getting ready to bloom. I wanted to show you this. I pulled the rest of the potatoes out of here, and I'm thinking this little fella is horseradish. I'm going to take a photo and I can try to identify it, and there's another one coming right here, so keep your fingers crossed. There, I just snapped a photo of it. So I'm going to water everything in real good, then I'm going to sprinkle my pine straw around, and then I'll water over the top of the pine straw. We don't have any rain in our future, so that is what I'm going to do. Then tonight I'm going to sprinkle the tar out of everything with diatomaceous earth. I've got ants, roly-polies, and these little black beetle things in my strawberries. So there we go. Pine straw, all the beds, all around all the plants. And then I water the plants in good. Then I put my pine straw on, and then I water it again. So it kind of like insulates it. So everything that I have is covered, that I have growing, I should say, is covered with pine. Oh, I forgot to do this side of the peas. That's okay. Tomorrow's another day. Got around all there. Everything's watered in real good, so I think tonight I'm going to put diatomaceous earth really heavy on everything. Nothing's really blooming yet, at least nothing that I'm going to diatomaceous earth. Hold on. So that way I'm not going to get any bees. There's really not any bees been hanging around the last few days. I don't know what that's about. I had them earlier, but it started getting warm again, so I'm sure they'll come back. Oh, I see a big one on my lavender. Ooh. But anywho, I hope the sun is shining where you are. I hope you're happy, healthy, and safe. And thank you so much for watching, subscribing, sharing my channel. It means a lot to me. God bless you all. Have a fabulous day. Bye-bye.